Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever stepped into a professional lampworking studio, you've likely seen one of these on the bench, the Carlisle CC burner. It's arguably the most iconic, reliable, and powerful dual-flame torch in the industry. For decades, it has served as the backbone of countless glass artist setups. It's a robust piece of machinery, often called the cannon of torches because it can throw a serious amount of heat. In today's video, we are going to break down why this classic design has endured the test of time, its specific features, how to set it up safely, and whether it's the right torch for you in a market full of modern alternatives. The CC has a reputation for being indestructible, but is that just hype? I'm going to show you one critical flaw many artists overlook that can cause a catastrophic failure if you're not careful. Let's talk about the build. The Carlisle CC is a prime example of built to last. The body is machined from solid brass stock, which gives it significant weight and durability. You can drop this thing, knock it around, and it just keeps on working. The cooling fins you see here aren't just for aesthetics. They are crucial for passive heat dissipation, helping to keep the valve block temperatures stable during long work sessions. The heart of the system is the dual flame design. You have a central premix flame, super sharp and hot for detail work, surrounded by a surface mix outer flame for a broad, bushy heat application. This combination is what provides incredible versatility that artists need to switch from delicate sculpting to heavy rod melting instantly. We've covered the solid brass construction, but the real magic is in how you control the heat. Up next, I'll explain the difference between the standard 2-inlet setup and the advanced 4-inlet configuration that changes everything about how you work. When you order a CC, you have the choice that tailor the torch to your specific needs. The standard model uses 2 inlets on the back, one for your fuel gas and one for your oxygen. This is great for manual control, but the real game changer in professional studios is the 4-inlet option. This setup allows you to independently control the inner and outer flame with a foot pedal. Imagine instantly switching between a small precise flame for a seal and then the full raging outer flame for melting a massive chunk of glass, all without taking your hands off your work. This level of dynamic control is why the CC remains a studio staple. It operates best at relatively low pressures, around 5 to 15 psi for fuel and 10 to 20 psi for oxygen, making it highly efficient. While the standard CC is powerful, pushing around 95,000 BTUs, some projects demand more. Next, we'll check out the Plus series models, so powerful you can melt glass faster than you can feed the rod. If the standard CC is a workhorse, then the CC Plus and the Plus Plus models are absolute beasts. These torches increase the size of number of ports on the outer burner ring. The CC Plus effectively adds an extra ring of flame ports, nearly doubling your available heat output compared to the standard model. The CC Plus Plus is even larger, designed for production artists working with larger diameter tubing and heavy sculptural work. These large models are capable of handling glass up to 50 millimeters or more with ease. If you're a beginner, the standard CC offers plenty of power to grow into, but it's good to know that there is a clear upgrade path within the Carlisle family. The power is impressive, but you need the right setup to manage it. In the next section, we'll talk about the essential accessories, including one that can save you thousands of dollars in gas consumption and help you use sensitive color palettes. To run the torch of this caliber efficiently and safely, accessories are key. First, heat management. The standard aluminum heat exchanger works fine for hobbyists, but if you're running this torch for 8 hours a day, you need water cooling. Water-cooled heads prevent the body from warping and preserve the seals inside the torch's head. Second is efficiency. The air optimizer is a popular optional extra that introduces compressed air into the surface mix outer flame. This allows you to achieve an oxidizing flame without cranking up the expensive oxygen pressure, saving money and achieving better results with delicate colors like Red Elvis or Purple Potions. Now for a slightly less glamorous side, setup and safety. Before you fire this up, there are 3 non-negotiable safety items you need to install. If you skip these, you are putting your entire studio or even your home at risk. Safety is paramount in a hot shop. When setting up the Carlisle CC, you absolutely must have these 3 components in place. 1. High-quality regulators. These manage high pressure from the tanks down to the safe operating pressure of your torch. 2. Flashback arresters. These are installed on both fuel and oxygen lines right at the torch inlets. In the unlikely event of a flashback, the flame traveling backwards into your hose, the arrestor stops it from reaching your tank and causing an explosion. These are mandatory. 3. Proper hoses. Use Type T welding hoses, usually green for oxygen and red for fuel, which is resistant to burning and damage. Now that we've covered safety, what is the user experience? The standard mounting system is functional, but there's one major frustration almost every artist complains about. I'll show you a simple upgrade that fixes this common issue. The standard mounting system is the ball and post. It works. You loosen a T-handle, adjust the angle of the torch head, and then tighten it again. The problem is that it tends to slip a lot when working with heavy items, and making minute adjustments is nearly impossible. The preferred upgrade is the rack and pinion mount. This system uses gears and knobs to offer smooth, precise articulation of the torch head horizontally and vertically. It turns adjusting your flame position from a frustrating juggle into a smooth one-handed operation. If you can afford the upgrade, it is highly recommended for improved ergonomics and workflow efficiency. The CC is durable, versatile, and powerful. But is it the best torch on the market today? In our next segment, we'll compare the Carlisle CC to modern competitors and see if this classic design still holds its crown. The market has evolved. Torches from GTT glass torch technologies like the Delta Elite or the Phantom are extremely popular. These modern torches often offer slightly higher efficiency or different flame characteristics straight out of the box. The GTT torches often optimized for very specific flame characteristics, while the Carlisle CC is the all-around workhorse. The CC tends to have a slightly softer, bushier flame profile, which is excellent for sculpting and even heat distribution. GTTs often have a sharper, more focused heat profile, which some artists prefer for tubing work. Ultimately, the choice often comes down to personal preference and the type of glass art you primarily focus on. We're nearing the end of our deep dive. We've seen the power and precision, but let's talk about the final decision, the price point. Is this torch an investment that pays for itself or an expensive entry barrier for new artists? A standard Carlisle CC burner with the ball and post mount typically runs around $800 to $1,100, depending on the dealer and configuration. The Mini CC is a bit less expensive, around $300 to $500, making it a great entry point. Fully loaded CC Plus or CC++ models can easily exceed $2,000 with the rack and pinion mount. While this is a significant upfront cost compared to small burners, it is an investment. These torches hold their value extremely well on the used market, and as mentioned earlier, with proper maintenance, they last decades. It is an investment in reliable infrastructure for your craft. We've covered a lot of ground today. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a single most important maintenance tip that will ensure your Carlisle CC runs perfectly for the next 30 years. The Carlisle CC remains a foundational piece of equipment in the glassblowing world for a good reason. It's reliable, powerful, and incredibly versatile. Here's my final take. If you want a no-fuss workhorse that can handle anything from small beads to large sculptures, this is your torch. Crucial maintenance tip. Regularly check the O-rings and seals within the torch's head. Heat eventually degrades rubber. A simple O-ring replacement kit costs very little and prevents internal leaks that can damage the brass body over time. A little preventive maintenance goes a long way. Thanks for joining us in this deep dive into the legend that is the Carlisle CC burner. If you had experience with this torch, drop your favorite setup configuration in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more lampworking tips and gear reviews. Stay hot, everyone.